You're watching Reggae Entertainment Lifestyle. I'm Maya Underwood, here with sexy man David Muir at Island Space Caribbean Museum. So David, we looked at your resume. So you have DJ, social worker, photographer. Where do you find to stick in that photography?
While I have been a disc jockey and I have certainly been a social worker, I don't do those actively anymore. Now I'm more of I try to just be a community leader. I try to be someone who helps to make my community better by the activities that I get involved in. And photography is a huge part of that because for me, I use my talent as a storyteller.
Pieces of Jamaica. So we know that you worked on this project back in 2021. What has been your inspiration to bring that back with Sean P. Henry this year?
Originally, when I did the first edition of Pieces of Jamaica, I started back in 2008 collecting images really from a selfish perspective. I wanted to hold close my memories of my country. And so taking pictures of Jamaica was really for that purpose initially. That led to doing a first publication of a book in 2012 celebrating Jamaica's 50th anniversary of independence. The work that I've done recently last year in 2021 with Pieces of Jamaica really wasn't about Pieces of Jamaica. It was to do work for the Jamaica Tourist Board. We also had a team that was behind the scenes making sure that all the work was coordinated in the right way such that when we made decisions day to day, it was in congruence with what the bigger plan was. So it was very easy for us to follow a schedule, knowing that our goal, our end product was to be done in a specific way and within a specific time.
Correct. So, and you gave us a lot of kind of insight as to how the project went and moving forward. What would you say is the high point for you? I know if you could speak on Sean's behalf, that'd be great. But I know with that type of creating that art form and speaking about home, right? When you're trying to depict home, it's very, very important. So what were your high points or your favorite parts of the story as depicted in the book?
For me, it's all high point. Literally day after day after day. Doing the work that you love in the country that you love, telling the story of your love for that culture, for that heritage, and for that people, there really is no working moment. It's a continuum of high points. But if I have to select from all of it, I always believe that for me, the highest points are when we connect well with other people.
Were you able to discover a piece of home that you felt like you maybe never knew before or that you were exposed to and you said, wow, this is, I know Jamaica, you're from Jamaica and, being home is special. So was there anything at all that stood out to you? Like, I had no idea that this existed. I had no idea that I could connect to this. And how were you able to put that in the book?
There are a lot of those instances. I believe I know Jamaica very well. Obviously now done more than one book highlighting the entire country. I've also worked for the Tourist Board, documenting for them the country.
Right.
However, with all that said, there's always something new. Jamaica is unending with attractions and unending with locations. As the country evolves, different things get revealed. You really can't get to it all. But there's one particular place that we were visiting for this publication called Kwashi River Falls, which takes a long time to get to the falls. You literally have to climb up and down land, like let's just say very steep cliffs.
You took some adventures, I'm hearing.
Oh, we definitely, yeah. Unless you visit yourself, then you can really properly understand the scope of what it is that we are seeing.
Right. In 2022, it is the 60th anniversary of Jamaica's independence, and your art and your publication is ultimately telling that story or depicting why that's so important. So what is it that you want to convey to your readers, your buyers, your viewers about this story?
This time around, it was definitively our goal to tell a story that was befitting of the excellence of Jamaica at a time like this. We literally went and pulled on things that ties the whole story together, that it's a journey of what Jamaica was like in its original state, what it was like when we gained independence, and what it's like today. So there's definitely an intentional story that spans time, that gives context to 60 years of independence.
That's amazing. That's awesome. So who can you say helped you? Who helped you create this story and bring it to life as far as sponsorship and really just giving you all the pieces you need to give it life?
Well, the team really is important to note. So Island Syndicate, the publishers, led by Caleb Thompson, is really the leader of it all. The artists, myself and Sean Henry, Aya, great friend and colleague for a long time. Then, things like the editors, the people who worked on the actual, all the little details that you can't tell.
Yeah.
That take a lot of time and effort. So, I won't name everyone by name, but I will say specifically that there's Kerry Chen, who did a humongous part of the work of managing the project on the ground in Jamaica. And then also really was the person who gave the lion's share of the brain power to the naming of the pieces.
Thank you so much, David. I was so excited to hear about the Pieces of Jamaica and have learned so much.
Thank you, Maya. Glad to be here.
That was David Muir at Island Space Caribbean Museum. I am Maya Underwood with Reggae Entertainment Lifestyle, reminding you to keep it real.